and want to rekindle the flame? Well, that's great, because we can help you. Here, we, Dwayne and Angel Merritt, have been together for 20 years and have been through a lot of life experiences with each other. Come and meet us live on Facebook at Marriage Matters with the Merritts every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Or you can listen to us on Sound, See, Loud, or iTunes too. We will be happy to help you take your first steps towards a beautiful married life. We will be sharing our experiences and talking about everything that matters to your marriage, offering a retreat for couples who want to improve or repair their relationship, but don't know how to. So every Thursday, 9 p.m., tune up your marriage by tuning in to our Marriage Matters podcast. Don't forget, it's every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. See you soon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
What's
we
up?
back. We back.
This is Marriage Matters with the Merritts.
Come
episode
on.
number...
What are we on, 11?
11.
11? We getting old. Our oldest kids are 10, so we're old. What's up, everybody? Just want to say what's up to you. Share this.
It's not 11 years. It's just the 11
episodes. Yeah, but I guess, Well, we're here, man, back with another episode of Marriage Matters with the Merritts. I hope that you all had a chance to check out last week's podcast. We had Pastor Antonio and Pastor Nina in the house from True Worship. So that was a really good one. Go back, man. We did all things relationships. We just jumped around and talked about relationships. We're actually adding to the format. We'll be having more guests on. We'll be having... I want to do this thing. I'm trying to get Lady A sold on this thing that I want to do called Technique Thursdays, where we take some of our marriage counseling techniques and we just openly discussing them. But then I'm giving you all the business. So we'll figure that out. But we're doing a lot of things. We're going to have phone calls very soon. So those of you that are watching, if you would like to call in and say, hey, I want to have a conversation with you, we'll be able to do that. We'll be interviewing people over the line.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that, man. That's going to be tremendous. But share this, man. Come in.
What I'm most excited about, we have some very special guests coming up. They are very short people. They're about 10 years old.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to do a very special episode where we get to interview kids.
Come on now.
Who tells the truth better than a kid?
If you ask a kid anything, they probably gonna tell you the truth.
They will tell you your breath stink. They'll tell you your clothes are ugly. I mean,
they'll tell you whatever.
If you want to know the truth, the good, the bad, the ugly, ask a kid.
Talk to the kids. We're looking forward to that. So, man, share it. We just gonna have conversation today. Man, we've been running, but I am excited about tonight. So, what do we have for tonight, Lady A? And we doing 20 minutes tonight.
That's what he say.
We're doing 20 minutes
if it's
tonight.
More than 20 minutes, y'all call him out. It's 9:05. So
listen,
he's talking at 9:25.
We've been going over it every week.
Somebody got to hold you accountable.
See, this thing got work. So, see, y'all
This is the year of accountability.
Oh, come on, man. See, y'all not going to SoundCloud. Well, y'all do go to SoundCloud and listen. Y'all not going to YouTube because we keeping the show running for that whole hour. So, we going to do our 20 minutes tonight and we going to get out of here.
All right, y'all tell me if if it hit 9:25.
If it hit 9:25, I'm out. Y'all make sure y'all let me know when we get to 25 minutes. 24 minutes and 59 seconds. Again, Vegas trip. Get ready for that. Look into that. And let's talk about it. What we got today, Lady A? Let's do it.
So, I had read an article. And
Wait.
Yeah.
Why is your color scheme like mine?
What do you mean? Because you copied
Come on, dude.
Who had their clothes on
Come
first?
on, I did. Come on, dude.
Who was dressed first?
Come on, dude. My shirt was out here on the couch because I was.
His shirt was on.
Thank you.
But I already had my clothes on.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that don't mean you saw me get it. Come on, let's get it. Let's talk about relationships and all that good stuff. We're going to help somebody tonight. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. So, I had read this article, and it actually was called, it was a man who had been married 40 years, and it said 40 things that I've learned in 40 years of marriage. But it was one thing in particular that really stood out to me, and I texted to him earlier.
Yeah.
And it said, one of the greatest threats to a marriage is losing a teachable heart.
Now, before you even say that, how long were they married?
40 years.
40 years. And I want to say this to people who want to be married, who's striving to be married. And they had
6 children.
Who's looking to be married. They had 6 children. You can learn so much from people who has been through it. Mm-hmm. Right? And one of the biggest things that you can learn, and I think sometimes we look at people who have what we want and we say, well, we can learn something from them. You can learn something from people who may not have what you want. You could just learn. You should always be teachable enough to learn from everybody. So go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that. I just wanted to jump in.
In the article, what he said was that people in general, we do what we have to do to prevent a heart attack. Most people don't want to have a heart attack.
Preventative maintenance.
Right. And the reason why is because everybody knows if the heart dies, then we die.
Yes, absolutely.
It said that a teachable heart is a spiritually receptive heart.
Yeah. And let me say this. A lot of times I think, and that when we begin to talk about this, we had an episode called How Do We Get Here? Mm-hmm. Where people are in bad situations. Watch this. Not because anything bad happened, but because they grew apart because good things were happening. So a lot of times we think we don't have to share good things with each other.
Right.
We're winning, so we're winning, everybody's happy, but that's not the case. We have to have communication. And when she sent this to me and she was talking about the preventative maintenance and we talk about communication and all those things, I was thinking about it. If you know that you can go down a road you don't want to go down and you do nothing to stop that, do you really care? So we're talking about preventative maintenance of a heart attack, and we're talking about just as the physical heart can go out, the heart of your relationship can go out.
Right.
So when you were talking about a teachable heart, I think the Bible talks about it
a lot.
I think wisdom talks about it a lot. Yeah, because the heart is the place where personality and everything goes. The heart is the spirit is the heart of the I'm all confused at what I'm trying to say, but as a man thinking of in his heart, so is he. The mind is the heart of the spirit. Mm-hmm. So in other words, whatever you feel on the inside, you normally act out and you normally speak out. Whatever you speak, you do, because it's what you really believe. And I think that goes into relationships also.
Right. So in particular,
sorry for taking y'all around in that whole circle because I was getting tongue tied.
That's just because you're tired.
Yeah, I'm so tired, y'all. I've been working on
it.
Oh man!
But what causes somebody to have an unteachable heart? Because I think sometimes people are unteachable and they don't realize they're unteachable.
Right.
Now, when you talk about in a relationship, sometimes you have people who think they know everything.
Okay,
and
that's number one.
That's what causes you to, as far as with your spouse.
Yeah.
So if you have a husband and a wife, and say the husband feels like, I know everything about the money.
Yeah.
This is what I do, and they feel like they can't go to their spouse or their mate to discuss it.
Yeah.
And even though sometimes, even if you might be the expert in that area, you still have to discuss certain things with your spouse.
Absolutely.
Because you still can learn from that. Sometimes just by talking, you start to learn.
Yeah. And I think it's good to get other people's perspective. They might not be the expert in that area, but they might be able to see something you can't see. Let me share this real quick. And I teach this in church. When Adam was created, and you've heard me talk about this before, when Adam was created, when Eve was created, God put Adam to sleep. Which means, and when Adam woke up, he saw Eve and said, whoa, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I call her woman. And he named her. But what that means is that there's a period of time that Adam was asleep, that the woman was awake. She saw things that he would never see. So I think that correlates into relationships, is that there's sometimes you're going to be able to see something that I can't see, and vice versa. He was created first and then she was created. There's some things that I can see that you can't see. And I think in a relationship, when you are married or you got a spot, whatever you have, if you can't put your heads together, you're not going to see the whole picture.
Right.
So I think number one is thinking that we know it all. right?
Yeah.
I think that's key.
Sometimes you end up playing yourself when you take your spouse or your mate for granted.
Absolutely.
Or you just automatically think, oh, he don't know nothing or she don't know nothing.
Yeah.
But probably the answer to whatever it is you need is within that person.
It's in the house.
But you write them off.
Why? Because I might not be an expert in that area.
Who said that? If you played me, you played yourself?
I said that to you when we was younger. Sorry.
You ain't that cool.
So number one is thinking that you know it all. Nobody knows it all. Let me say that again. You do not know it all. You shortchange yourself when you shortchange your spouse and you think you have all the answers. I hear from God. Will you hear from God too? Let's talk about what we heard from God. Two-way street. All right.
So how do you check yourself?
I think you have to see. This is what I think. All right. I think that you have to continuously check yourself. God spoke this to me one time, man, and it kind of jacked me up. He said, if you can't check yourself, then I'll have to check you. In other words, if you consistently check in to make sure that you're on the right thing, if you're consistently checking in, you have less of a chance than being checked. So I think that if I'm caring about the things of you and you caring about the things of me, I should already be checking my attitude when I come to you. Right? So you should be checking your attitude when you come to me. That way, when we meet, that we already put ourselves in check. We're self-checked. Now, there is going to be times where we get out of pocket. You're going to get out of pocket. I'm going to get out of pocket. Let's just be honest. We human. But if we check ourselves, there's no need for nobody to check you. Yeah. So I think you make a habit out of checking yourself.
I think, you always say this at church. You say, if you don't hug your wife at home, don't
touch
my
mine.
wife. Right?
It's disrespectful.
So it's kind of the same thing. I would say, if you haven't discussed this thing, because, you have certain people that run and discuss stuff with everybody, and then their wife or their husband be completely out the loop. Yeah. I would say, if you haven't discussed this with your spouse, don't come discuss this with me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but you know what? So what you saying is let your spouse be your sounding board.
Right.
Because
sometimes that might save you from embarrassment too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your spouse can say, you tripping.
You absolutely
right. Or you're taking this the wrong way. Or, whatever it is. But if you just shoot off and you just go call whoever. Yeah. You could get in trouble. You can get in trouble. So
number one was check yourself. Number one was check yourself. Number one was check yourself, and because you think you know it all. Now, this is something that's similar, but it's different. There's also you not thinking your spouse know enough.
Right.
So you thinking you know it all is number one. I know better than my spouse. There's no conversation needed. I got this. But number two is totally different. Even though it seemed like it's one and the same. It's me thinking my spouse don't know anything. Those are two different things. Because it could be an area where we both are smart, but I think I'm smarter than you. Mm-hmm. There's an issue if I don't think you're smart at all. So I undervalue what's in my life because I just don't believe in what's sitting across.
Because I think certain things the decisions need to be made together. So let's just say it's something that I don't know nothing about. What do you do? Hooking up cables and fiber, whatever it is.
I do whatever I got to do. So, fiber, cable, copper, coax.
So all that stuff.
All of that stuff. I know that stuff.
That I came to you, like something came up and I didn't understand. And I came to you first and I asked you and I said, hey, what should I do in this, situation? Actually, this just happened in real life. So remember I told you my assistant had a cable issue, whatever, that she was asking me about. So I asked you about it. But let's just say I came to you first and you said, you know what, I'm not 100% sure. You should ask so-and-so. Or let's, but now you're involved.
Right.
In this is like a broad example. But what I'm saying is, even if your spouse don't know the answer, y'all should come to an agreement, I think, together to say, go to somebody else.
But how does that work?
Soundboard type.
Now I agree, but how does that work? Might have people watching us today. They've always done it by themselves. They've always been
like how. For? That's what I start there. I'm not gonna get married to still be single.
Absolutely, but we do see people that do it, right?
Yeah,
they single, but
so
let's speak to them. They need to come to. There you go. You need to come to
Marriage Matters. What's our email address?
marriagemattersteam@gmail.com.
And we will teach you how to not be
We'll
married.
teach you how to be married and single, right?
Married and not be single.
Yeah, let's look at this. So, Juan Hall, what's up, Juan? He said, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Because it's bad for your health.
I come real stealth. Tone said, teamwork make the dream work. Absolutely. Teamwork make the dream work.
All I'm saying is it doesn't feel good to be a spouse. Now, ladies, men, whoever, this is sound off for me. And I'm going to speak from experience. When we first started our church, I felt that way.
Yeah.
Like, I felt, and we've had this conversation because it would be stuff that I would find out from other people. Mm-hmm. So, like, and I know, and we talked about all this, so this ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
But I felt like he was making decisions, and people would come to me like, yeah,
let me sip my tea.
So I heard we were doing X, Y, and Z, or we having this service, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, this is the first time I'm hearing about this. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so basically, he was soundboarding off everybody else or giving the ideas. I'm finding out after the fact, which automatically now I felt like I was being pushed away. Like I wasn't included with, so, this is supposed to be a team, but I'm not included with the decision making.
Yeah.
And then, like you were saying, stuff was just, he said he wasn't.
Stuff was just happening fast.
He wasn't intentionally doing it. It would just happen. But it didn't feel good to me to be an afterthought. That's how I feel. I'm an afterthought. I find out after everybody else finds out.
Yeah. I think that's powerful because we did talk about that. Stuff was happening and we was, hey, let's move on this, let's move on this, let's move on this. But, and when we talked about it, I think we both saw each other's side. But what she said was just powerful. Listen to this, men and women. She said, but I felt like.
And you can't discredit somebody's feelings because you feel the way you feel.
You cannot discredit people's feelings because even though that's not what it, like we both can come to an agreement, that's not what it was. But I felt like. So there's even a place in there where we got to even talk about the feelings.
Right.
We got to talk about how I felt. And when your spouse come to you and they're talking about how they feel, well, I feel this way, you can't just be like, well, I got the facts, you wrong, I ain't dealing with it.
Right.
Because that's how sometimes men and women do. Well, it ain't that. So I ain't tripping. That's how we get in trouble. So she said, I felt like that. And like I said, we had a conversation and she knew that wasn't what it was, but it's a lesson in everything, and you don't discredit people's feelings. So I agree with that. Let's see what we got on here. My phone is... let's see. What you need is in your spouse. Nina said it. What you need is in your spouse. Now, this is the crazy part. What you need could be in somebody outside your spouse and somebody else's spouse. So you got to be careful what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Because what you need is in your spouse. And so many times, I love that, Nina, because so many times we try to accumulate things we need from other people. That's where we get work husbands and work wives. And this one massage my ego. This one over here. Groom it in yours. And I always say this. I don't need 10 women. I need one woman that can learn 10 different things.
So Chantel said...
Wait, you ain't going to comment on that?
No. Because I already know.
You already know.
Come to counseling.
Groom them back.
See, you're giving all our counseling.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Come to counseling open-minded.
And be open-minded. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And be ready to blend. Absolutely, Chantel. Come with an open mind. Man, if you come to counseling and your mind closed, man, listen, we ain't got time to pry it open.
Right. I'm going to say, give me your money and leave. I can't help you.
Sunny D, Dawns, you have to have some type of understanding. Absolutely. The same page is the key. Absolutely.
How do you learn not to take it personal?
Woo! How do you learn not to take this stuff personal?
Are you talking about my situation? Like how I felt, like how I didn't take it personal? Mm-hmm. It was a conversation. Like I had to, when I went to him and told him how I felt about it, I had to go into that conversation with an open mind. Like,
absolutely.
I couldn't go into it just mad. Like, this how I feel. This is what's wrong. And no matter what he said, I was going to reject it. I had to completely go in, like, open and say, just, this is how I'm feeling. and then give him the opportunity to explain to me, why he did what he did from his perspective.
She dropping nuggets, women. Just say that again. Listen, Say it again. Say it again. You came in what?
Open-minded.
And gave me a what? An opportunity. So even if you mad and because listen, this is what we do. Sometimes when we think somebody did us wrong, we get so angry that we don't even come in with an open mind. We just be like, I got the stuff. I'm going to tell you what you did. Last Tuesday at 9:57, you got to, so come in with an open mind, man. That's how relationships work.
But your response, 5 minutes. They said you got 5 minutes.
Oh, I got 5 minutes.
So
we're just kicking it tonight. Go ahead.
But your response meant everything too. Because if I would you kind of said that. Because if I would have came to you and this is how I'm feeling, and you just was like, well, you wrong. It ain't nothing, and you just left me hanging. I'ma still keep feeling the same way I was feeling.
Absolutely. But I think you got to address every issue.
When you acknowledge my feelings and say, man, I'm sorry you felt that way. It wasn't like this. This is what,
Yeah. But sometimes, and I want to speak to this, sometimes you can be so offended when somebody throws something at you that you just, I ain't dealing with this. And that's the wrong thing to do. So that first one that we talked about, that first one was thinking you know everything. That's an issue. In a relationship, and we're just talking today. We're talking about preventative maintenance, because once you have the heart attack, you're pretty much on the deathbed. Or you got to have somebody come in and do major bypass surgery to save your relationship. So we're talking about hearts, but we're really talking about the heart of the relationship, because there's so many people in cardiac arrest in their relationship. They didn't do any preventative maintenance, and now they need a surgeon to come in. Mm-hmm. Do you know that it's easier to go to the doctor, find out what you need before you have all of these things happen, then you got to have a major surgery? Eat right. Mm-hmm. Drink water, do all of that. So counseling is a must. Even if you're doing well, you need to go sit with somebody, because you don't know what areas you have high blood. You have blood pressure high because you got this going on, or you're eating this, or you need to stop this. You don't know because you're fine right now. Right. So relationships are just the same.
So many people who say that about counseling, they're like, we don't need it. Everything good. Can't nobody tell me nothing. But
come on, man.
Like you said, it's the same thing with going to the doctor. At the point that I was diagnosed with the brain disease, I felt, pretty much normal. I mean, of course it got worse, but
you still look good.
At the point when I was in the hospital,
brain surgery and all,
they told me I had, if I didn't come to the doctor at the time I went to the doctor, which I probably wouldn't have went.
Yep.
If I didn't have to go, I only went because I thought I had a sinus infection. They said if I didn't go the day that I went, I had 6 months before I would have been completely brain dead.
She would have been brain dead. Yep.
It's the preventative stuff. So sometimes people think, I don't need counseling, can't nobody tell me nothing. But sometimes it's stuff there that you don't even know is there.
It's absolutely, and that is what.
Because you might have 6 months before your marriage is completely dead.
Jesus Christ. And if and listen, this is a key, y'all, in relationships and in your life. Whatever you're not working on today has the potential to die tomorrow. Okay, look, you got the flowers, you got the chocolate covered strawberries, you got the ring, you got all of that. But what have you done today? What have you done?
Chantel says some people start off in CPR.
Chantel, you crazy, but you right. Some people start off on that, and just think about it.
Mouth to mouth.
You said some people shopping at the morgue, but that's so true.
Start off on them.
Yeah, we have to have.
Shopping in the morgue.
Chantel, you crazy, but you right. You right.
Some people go shopping for their mate in the hospital.
Some people go to the hospital.
Take me straight to the
take
cardio.
Me to the key. You know what I mean? Absolutely. But those are a few things, and I think we have to do that preventative maintenance. Don't think you know everything, and don't think your spouse knows nothing. And I think those two things, that's a start.
And remember, women are smarter than men.
No, they're not. Only when it comes to cooking and cleaning.
We had a whole discussion about this at work today.
Side, men are way smarter than women. But y'all got any questions? We done. What we got? Okay, so listen, we said we were doing 20 minutes tonight. We just wanted to come on and share and kick it. We just felt in our spirit that a lot of the issues that we deal with are not really issues.
Right.
Like, they're not really issues. They're things that we hide, that we don't talk about. And if we can work these things out, we'll be fine. That's what we believe. But if you got any questions, go ahead and put them on there. You got anything you want to say or anything you want to touch on before we get out of here? Because we said we was doing like 20 minutes tonight.
Yeah, your time is up. So before we go, reminder that I will be teaching or facilitating the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace University. We will be helping you get out of debt.
Yeah, out of debt.
Save money.
Yeah.
Plan for your future. What you sacrifice today determines how you live and give in the future.
Absolutely.
So I believe the class is $100. And that includes all of your materials that you need for the class.
Yeah.
We don't make any money off of this. This goes directly to Financial
Y'all,
Peace.
we don't make no
for
money
all
off
the
of it.
materials. We just want to help people get debt free.
Absolutely. Isaac, proud. That's my little brother. What's up, Isaac, man? Love you, man. That's my little bro from AT&T. Proud of you too, bro. And listen, we want you guys, especially if you're starting a relationship, Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. A lot of us get in financial trouble because we're just not taught the financial piece. I was lucky. My lady she do her thing in the finance area.
When I met you, what was your credit score?
About an 825.
His credit was so bad it wouldn't generate a score. That's when you know it's
what's
bad.
my credit score now?
773. Who did that though?
You did that. I had to go out there and get that money though. So.
And women, make sure you know your husband's social security number by heart. First thing.
Yeah, so we want to push that, and we're not scared to talk about that type of stuff because we think in our community and in our marriages, we don't talk enough about finance. Finance is a taboo thing. Even in churches, we just don't talk about it. And so we're not scared to say, hey, we believe in good credit because it took us a long time to get there. Yeah. It's a lot of sacrificing. We worked a lot of hours. We went without a lot. And most people don't know that we sacrifice a lot in our marriage. Like, it was certain things, you might look at the things we do, but you don't know the things we had to give up or go without to do certain things. So we're living proof. We did it. So she'll be teaching the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. Sign up.
Newlywed 723.
723, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. So we want you to come to the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace. Sacrifice, come. We want to get your credit right. We want you to cut up some of those credit cards. My wife and my daughter had brain surgery last year. I've been laid off at least 3 times in the past 9 years. But we always maintained our name because we knew how important it was. Money comes and goes, but your name, a good name, is better than riches. So, we've been through that piece. But we're going to teach that piece. So if you're interested in the Dave Ramsey Financial class, email marriagemattersteam@gmail.com, marriagemattersteam@gmail.com, and just say Dave Ramsey, and we'll put you on that list, and we'll make sure you have a seat because we have limited seats, and we're selling seats, and so that's good. You got anything else?
If you don't have the $100, I know a lot of people say I'm trying to get out of debt. I don't have $100. Basically, I'm going to plan the class out so people have time to make payments. So if you want to pay $15 a week or whatever until you can get up to that amount, but if you need to invest in yourself. If your finance and your future means anything to you, we invest in everything else, but we need to invest in ourselves. Invest in your marriage. Invest, because money is one of the main reasons for divorce.
Yeah, money and sex. Money is a big issue because we don't handle it.
And if you have money, sex will not be a problem.
What else can I say? Isaac, yeah, we got to link up, bro. I'm going to hit you up, man.
But thank y'all for tuning in. Isaac, thank you for tuning in.
My man Isaac in the building. That's my little bro. But he bigger than me.
Everybody.
He my little bro, but he like this big.
Everybody did.
I used to be like, man, you better be lucky you caught here today.
When I first met him, every time I met him, he was sitting down swinging his legs. Every time. I'm like, who is this midget?
No, you was like, who is this
he was like
midget?
4 feet tall.
Hey.
So, oh yeah.
When is the class anticipated to be, Chantel?
I'm thinking September or October.
September, October.
I might do it after we get back from Vegas.
We'll be in Vegas October 21st for Marriage Matters. So probably after. Let's do after.
More than likely, it'll be on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
And the course runs, I believe, 9 weeks.
If you're ready to cut up your credit cards, just be there. Marriage Matters Team at gmail.com. Say Dave Ramsey. We'll make sure you have a seat.
It's a hard class.
But it's good.
I mean, you need to. It's like going through a withdrawal.
Yep. But listen, you
gotta
gotta
set on a strict budget.
Yeah.
And once that money is gone, that's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
But
I mean,
you
can't
gotta
do nothing else.
You gotta do what you have to do today,
Yep.
so that you can do what you want to do tomorrow. We have to sacrifice, man. We have to sacrifice. So we'll be doing that. If you want to hit that marriage retreat, let us know. But we're good. We just came on to kick it with you. They gave me 20. They said you got 20 minutes tonight.
You said you got 20
I said we got 20 minutes tonight.
You see how he tried to push that on y'all?
So we just wanted to kick it again. We'll be able to take live callers very soon, probably next week. And then we will have...
please share.
Yeah, share this. Please share this. And we just kicking it tonight. But there's a lot of people who need to hear what we said. And share the last weeks and share the week before that. All right?
Anything else?
I think we good.
We good.
We good. All right. We love y'all. Marriage Matters with the Married. Share this. Email us for information. And we'll holla.
Married or not, or already married and want to rekindle the flame? Well, that's great, because we can help you. Here, we, Dwayne and Angel Merritt, have been together for 20 years and have been through a lot of life experiences with each other. Come and meet us live on Facebook at Marriage Matters with the Merritts every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Or you can listen to us on Sound C, Loud, or iTunes too. We will be happy to help you take your first steps towards a beautiful married life. We will be sharing our experiences and talking about everything that matters to your marriage, offering a retreat for couples who want to improve or repair their relationship, but don't know how to. So every Thursday, 9 p.m., tune up your marriage by tuning in to our Marriage Matters podcast. Don't forget, it's every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. See you soon.